What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the range. My name is Trey with Ghost Tactical, and today we're going to talk about a gun that I honestly didn't believe existed. Our good friend Rob Pincus and his partners over at Avidity Arms have been working on the PD10 for what, close to 10 years, 8-10 years, somewhere in there. And I joke with him all the time. He's talking about the gun. I say, hey, I don't believe it's a real gun until I see it. Now, I got a chance to shoot one of the prototypes back on range day in 2019, and I remember loving the feel of the gun, but obviously with 2020 happening and maybe making some changes, it wasn't ready for the market yet. It is now. It's out. It is real. It's alive, as Gene Wilder said in Young Frankenstein. Now that I have it in my hands, I guess I can say it's a real gun. I'm looking forward to shooting this, and thanks to Rob for sending this to me ahead of SHOT Show. I'm looking forward to playing with this, and I'm really kind of getting my thoughts and opinions on a great looking gun that's a single stack 10 round 9mm carry gun. So before we kind of get into everything, let's kind of go over the specs real quick of the PD10. The PD10 is chambered in 9mm, the capacity is 10+1, and it is a 10 round stainless steel 1911 body, proprietary follower and polymer floor plate. The sights are steel, wide rear notch with a front square, and the rear sight, what I really love about it is a blacked out claw rear sight that you can manipulate on your belt or whatever with one hand manipulation. The barrel length is 4 inches with the overall length of 6.94 inches. The width at its widest point, including the controls, is 1 inch, and the overall weight is under 19 ounces. So there are several factors that Rob and the guys over at Avidity Arms wanted to really focus on. That's carryability, reliability, and shootability. Now this is a carry gun. This is not for a race gun. This is going to be a personal defense, hence the name PD10, personal defense 10 round 9mm gun. This thing was tested. Obviously, it's been taking a long time to get to market. He wanted to make sure that it's a perfect gun. This, to my knowledge, I might be wrong about this, but to my knowledge, is the first carry gun actually designed and made by an actual instructor that has gone in and designed his gun. He did this for carryability. This is the gun that not he necessarily wanted to have, but he's seen over his tens of thousands of students what he's seen that they probably need to carry. This is a gun made for carrying, made for personal defense. So the carryability is obviously built into this. The reliability, this thing goes. You're not gonna have any issues with cycling. They've run thousands of rounds through this model to make sure that it works. The reliability, the shootability, I tell you what, more importantly with the reliability is when you're talking about a personal defense gun, a carry gun, you want to make sure it goes bang when you absolutely need it the most. He's made sure he's done this. He's not going to put a gun out to market that he doesn't feel is going to be able to protect you and all of that. So let's kind of talk about it from top to bottom. Like we talked about before, you have the sights, the blacked out claw sight with the night sight out front. It really does pop. It is extremely thin. People say they have a 1 inch slide, but that's usually just a slide. He's got 1 inch, including controls, which is amazing. So it's a very, very thin gun. Once again, about carrying. This is be comfortable when carrying. It does have a rail in case you guys are wanting to put a light on there. There are going to be two different options for this. This is just the regular non-optic cut edition. I think it's going to go MSRP for $5.99. You're going to have an option for those that want to run an optic. There is an optic cut version on the slide. I think it goes MSRP $6.29, something like that. I'll make sure I get those numbers right, but I think that's right. So they are going to have an option for the optic cut. The grip, man, he's put a lot of work into the grip with the ergonomics of it and the texture. It's going to be definitely an aggressive grip, which I like. It's not going to cut you or anything, but it's definitely going to be able to, when you're locked in, you're locked in. Now, it doesn't have a huge beaver tail, but it does have a pretty decent beaver tail. Once again, lock your hand in place. In a personal defense gun, that's extremely important. So one of the things that you guys know about me, I do like serrations both in the rear and the front. This gun has really nice rear serrations, easy to rack. but there are no front serrations. Now this comes from the part of him being instructor. His point of view is, for most people, he really doesn't want a whole lot of people to have their hands up there by that muzzle. So he did not put any front serrations on this gun, not because he doesn't like them necessarily, but from a teaching and a carry thing, he doesn't necessarily like a lot of his students with their hands up there by the muzzle. So another thing we're going to talk about real quick is the mag release button. It is not necessarily an extended mag release. As you can see, it doesn't stick out very far, but it is oversized. And for me, I do like an oversized. I have a short fingers and small thumb and all that. It's very easy for me to get to that, not a problem. Once again, a little texture on there as well. So the mag release button is a nice button as well. So my experience so far putting 100 rounds for this thing, first of all, it's a real gun. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy for Rob and the whole team over at Avidity Arms. And thank you so much for sending one to me. This is a gun that I've been waiting for. Everybody's been waiting for, and it's here. It's out, it's available, and you can now get one. So go check out Avidity Arms website. All that stuff is gonna be available. I'll have their social media links in the description below. So far, I love this thing. It's one of those things, it's hard to love a gun you've been waiting for so long, because it's almost, you're expecting so much, and most of the time it doesn't live up. This actually lived up to it. So I was very happy, and I'm proud and happy for Rob and the guys over at Avidity, Mike and all those guys. They're great friends, and they put out a great gun. So go check out the Avidity PD10. So guys, get to the range, be more proficient with your firearms. Make sure you're staying up with the state and local and federal gun laws. Make sure that no one's infringing on our rights. More importantly, enjoy your rights of being an American, one of which is to keep and bear arms. Go check out Avidity Arms, and we'll see you soon. Semper Fi.